Hello Cancer, welcome to your overview for 2023. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Now, I'm using the Tarot of the Light and Shadow today. The Shadow deck is going to show us what it is that you need to leave behind. And the Light deck is going to show us what it is that you may be coming into, what you need to embrace. I will be looking at all 12 astrological houses. And if you don't know what they stand for, I will tell you their significance as and when I'm pulling your cards. And I'm sorry to make my spiel longer, but honestly, I've been working so hard on these videos and somehow YouTube, the algorithm is not in my favor. So my videos aren't reaching too many people, which is a little disheartening. So if you could like this video and press the bell icon so you know when these videos are uploaded, that'll really help my channel grow because I'm struggling just a little bit. All right, let's get to it. Now, your first house. The first house represents your identity, okay? Your energy when you enter a room for the first time, how people perceive you, how people look at you. It could even represent your physical appearance and just your energy, right? Your essence. Let's see what we have. You know, this has been showing up so much. It's insane. The King, Queen and the Knight of Swords has been showing up a lot in the shadow aspect. And I kind of like that because when we see these characters in the light aspect, they can be very they can be factual, okay? They can be very concise and very precise and just very logical, let's put it like that. But in the shadow aspect, the King of Swords in particular can be a little aggressive, okay? The King of Swords, not passive aggressive, literally aggressive. So I feel like if you have been in a state where you're feeling constantly like you have to defend yourself, you're feeling like the whole Mars in retrograde energy that we've been dealing with for a while now, thankfully that's going to come to an end mid-Jan, so we're good there. But I feel like anything that has been making you angry, you're almost distancing yourself from that situation. And again, you are a water sign, and I mean, you are heart-based, you are emotion-based, and I'm a Cancer Sun, so I can say this from experience. I feel like as Cancerians, when we're functioning from a place of the heart, we thrive, right? I'm not saying we're stupid and we need to just be factual all the time, but I feel like we need to be a little more heart-centric because we're nurturers of the zodiac. So anything that has been angering you and making you feel defensive, I feel like you're just removing yourself from those equations, right? You will hear a drill in the background. Truly apologize. You're embracing the Three of Swords. You know what? I love this. Some kind of loss, some kind of heartbreak has changed who you are, Cancer. It has changed your identity. It has changed your spirit. It has changed how you perceive life. There's been a massive transformation here. The Three of Swords is a card of pain, all right? It could be a card of betrayal, but it is a card of unadulterated pain. And in the light aspect, I feel like this pain is well, it's been made good use of. Does that make sense? I feel like you haven't been wallowing in self-pity. You haven't been sitting on the couch and drowning yourself in gallons of ice cream. I feel like you have been healing. You have been working very hard to use this pain as a lesson. Birth, come on, man. I mean, that is beautiful. Look at that. Venus in Cancer. What did I say about being heart-centric? And you know what this is doing? It's not closing you off, which I love, because sometimes when we are going through pain, especially when it comes to relationships, right, we can start building walls around ourselves and we prevent good energies from coming in as well. I don't see you doing that. It's almost like there's a rebirth when it comes to how you not just look at love, but how you look at the love that's inside you, how you look at yourself, because Cancerians, I feel, are the embodiment of love, right? We are the Queen of Cups energy. So please excuse me when I say we, because I am reading for myself as well. So this birth card, it could mean a couple of things. It could mean that you are literally birthing a child. You could be birthing almost like a career. You could be birthing something out of this pain, right? And I should say this. So 2022 has been an awful year for a lot of people, including myself. So I was literally telling a friend the other day that, what was all of that for? Why did we have to go through all of that, right? And then for some reason, I decided to monetize on that pain. I know that sounds a little cruel, but I decided to start making my own oracle deck. I'm not marketing myself here. I don't even know if it's going to come to fruition, but it's almost like I started writing down all the feelings that I experienced in this year, and I decided to make one card for each experience, for each feeling, right? So that I can help other people who may be going through something similar. That's what I'm getting here. I feel like you are birthing something beautiful out of that pain, and you're birthing a new you. Stunning energy, Cancer. That's beautiful. All right, now second house. Your second house is your personal income. It is your own possessions. Okay, it could be a house that's in your name, a car. It could be a fixed deposit. It could be something that is just inherently yours, that brings you stability. All right, and this is ruled by Taurus. You're leaving behind the Five of Swords. You're leaving behind any shortcuts to success. You're leaving behind not putting in enough work to get to where it is that you want to get to. I feel like some of you may have had this idea of wanting to retire early. And I'm not saying you're not going to get to it. I'm almost feeling like you're realizing that you need to put in more work somewhere, instead of putting in just 20% and expecting 100% result. And you're embracing the Queen of Wands. I love it. You're taking action. You are taking action. You have a laser focus on something now. I'm getting that your energy may have been misdirected. It is possible. It may, in an attempt to be successful, in an attempt to be financially secure, you may have been putting your eggs in too many baskets. That okay, something will work, But what that does is it scatters your passions. It scatters your energy, right? We only have a limited amount of energy each day, right? And if we put that energy into like 10 different projects, we're not giving our all to them, right? We're just putting half-hearted attempts to accomplish those things. But if we put 100% into, let's say, one project, we become a master at it, we accomplish it. So this is that laser focus on your passion. Some of you may be creating something that is slightly eccentric, slightly, it's something that's creative. I don't think this is something that is very run-of-the-mill, you know what I mean? Because the Queen of Wands is a very creative and intuitive energy. Fulfillment. Come on, that's beautiful. Saturn in Sagittarius. I feel some of you may even be investing in businesses abroad. It is possible. You may be investing in foreign clientele. You may be building business partnerships with people in foreign countries. But I feel because of the Sagittarius energy. But then I feel like with fulfillment, you see that dollar sign on this particular bag. And I said this to another sign before you, I can't remember who. Instead of that dollar sign, I wish it had like a pentacle or something. Because for me, pentacles encompass everything. They encompass a happy wallet, a happy heart, a happy mind, and a happy soul, right? So there is something that you have your eye on. And again, Sagittarius, the archer, right, has a focus so that bow and arrow is directed to one particular goal. So whatever it is that you are focusing on, I would put your all into it, Cancer, because it's going to bring you the fulfillment you're desiring, and it's going to, well, make you feel very, very financially stable. All right. Now your third house. Your third house is ruled by Gemini. Everybody's third house is ruled by Gemini, regardless of your ascendant. This is, well, it is the house of communication, wit, humor, travel to an extent, wisdom, and intellect. Ace of Swords. I love it. Oh, this is stunning. What a cohesive reading. The Ace of Swords in the shadow aspect is delusion. Because in the light aspect, it is an epiphany, right? The Ace of Swords in the shadow can also be a challenge. It can be some kind of conflict that has been difficult for you to overcome, because you see that mountain right here, right? So when it comes to communications, again, I see that with the King of Swords right here in your first house. It's possible that people have been challenging your peace, right? The way people have been communicating. I'm almost getting this as a text message that we need to talk. You know what I mean? Like, there's a gentler way of communicating something that is uncomfortable. But I feel like people have been just ridiculous. I am blaming Mars here, but then some people are just, well, they're just not very nice people, right? And I said this to another sign before you. There's a difference in between being blunt and honest and just being downright rude. So if there has been any rudeness, and again, this could be coming from your spirit as well. If you've been feeling a little irritable and annoyed and you haven't been speaking to people the way you know that you should be, I feel like that is changing as well, because guess what? You are changing your environment. You're only putting in energy where you feel fulfilled and nourished. And you're embracing the Five of Swords. Exactly. Removing yourself from these equations. Now, the Five of Swords in the shadow was not a very good energy, right? Which is in the past for you. But the Five of Swords in the light, it's almost like, you see, it's creating a ladder, right? So it's almost like the people and the situations where you felt discredited, where you felt like you wasted your time, where there was passive aggression. You're almost like just using all of those lessons as a ladder to pull yourself out of the situation, or out of these particular conversations and social situations, is what I'm getting here. The Five of Swords for me is also very similar to the Six of Swords energy sometimes, especially in the light aspect. So you're just escaping. You're like, I don't even want to indulge, right? For me, success right now is just not communicating with such and such. Okay, some of you may just be blocking people. And I'm also getting, I say this a lot when it comes to social media. You know how when we're scrolling through posts and reels and shorts and whatever, sometimes we don't want to see a few things and we just quickly scroll up, hoping that the algorithm understands that we don't want to see that particular video, not realizing that that incessant scrolling, the things that we're seeing become subliminals, and our subconscious mind is absorbing everything regardless of if we see the full thing or not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it picks up keywords. Your subliminal, your subconscious mind picks up keywords and it starts digesting that. So I feel like a lot of you need to start removing and unfollowing accounts and people who bring your spirit down, because Gemini and the third house again rules social media. So keep that in mind. I forgot to get you an oracle card for this. Caution. Exactly what I said. It's like, put a filtration system in place. And this is Mercury and Virgo. Come on, Mercury, I literally said this house is ruled by Mercury. And Virgo again is ruled by Mercury. What is Virgo? Virgo energy is a perfectionist. Virgo energy does not waste its energy on things that do not matter, right? So be very cautious about who you are following, who you are talking to, who you are having conversations with. I feel like that is key for you. All right. Cancer, your house, the fourth house, which talks about the home, what brings you security, what brings you comfort, what nurtures you and nourishes you, your family. Leaving behind the Eight of Wands, you're leaving behind lots of different styles of communication here, Cancer. I'm truly getting that, because the Eight of Wands again is a card of communication. And in the shadow aspect, it's not great communication. For some of you, I'm also getting that you may be moving homes. Okay, because again, Eight of Wands is travel and communication. So you may be moving away from certain family dynamics. It is possible. Or you may just be changing how you approach certain, well, home situations. And you're embracing the Page of Wands. Yeah, some of you are definitely moving. Most definitely, because the Page of Wands is the adventurer. And this doesn't have to be like a permanent move. It's also possible that you are overwhelmed, right? You're feeling stuck where you are. And home doesn't have to be where your family is, okay? Home is just where you've established your roots. It could even be another person, right? It could be a relationship that you call home. I almost feel like if you've been feeling stuck and caged in whatever this is, with the Page of Wands, you're almost being more explorative, and Jupiter has entered Aries, right? And that is, Aries is the first house. It is our identity. And with Jupiter gracing that sign, it's almost giving us a boost, because Jupiter is the great benefic. It gives us that boost to follow our dreams, our own dreams, right? Aries is an individual sign. It does not incorporate any other energy but our own. So you are exploring, you are doing something that is very different from what you've been doing in the past, and there could be a whole lot of travel coming in this year for you, Cancer. I think that's wonderful. All right, we have quarrel. Yeah, exactly. What did I say about the Eight of Wands being in the shadow? I feel like there's been some kind of argumentative energy in your home environment. And you see right here, the quarrel card, these two people are fighting over a ring. And that ring talks about, well, a betrothal. So it is possible for some of you that you may be having issues with a spouse or a partner, someone that you live with. And again, I don't see this as a separation. Oh my goodness, there's a divorce. No, I just see this as a temporary timeout for you to just recharge your energy. Because as a Cancer, you give more than you receive. That is just a fact of life. Okay? So I'm almost feeling like instead of quarreling back, you're just distancing yourself. That is why the Five of Swords was here as well. I'm going to get one more. I'm tempted. Excitement. Oh my God. Come on. Mercury and Gemini. Like, this is just beautiful. Excitement. Third house energy. You're moving towards things that excite you, that light you up, things that don't deplete your spirit. From quarrel to excitement. That is Page of Wands. That is adventure. Putting yourself out of your comfort zone. As a Cancerian, we love our homes, right? We love places that bring us comfort. And but I just feel like this year you are embracing your uncomfortable zones and making those your comfort zones. Does that make sense? You're changing your comfort zones. Absolutely love that. All right, fifth house, ruled by Leo. This is the house of romance, casual dating, anything that you are passionate about, Queen of Wands energy, anything that, well, is creative. It could be art, music, dancing, children, if you have children. Judgment. Ooh. Alrighty, I was not expecting that energy for this house, but let's see. Because this is like a light-hearted house, you know what I mean? And Judgment is a pretty heavy card, especially when it comes to, okay, the Hermit, the Chariot, and the Three of Pentacles wanted to show themselves. I will put them back. If they want to come back, they will. Not taking flippers for this reading. Okay, I love it. We have the Fool. For some of you, you know what I'm getting with the Judgment card. Now, as we know, the Judgment card has been modernized into being the return of the ex. Okay, I'm going to roll with that because it's making sense here. Now, I feel like some of you may have been in a loop, in a cycle. And even though this comes to short-term partnerships, I feel like there was something that went on for really long that was short in its experience. Does that make sense? It's almost like short intervals of you and this person. This is not going to resonate for everyone. Short intervals of you and this person being together and then being detached, being together and then being detached. So it was like a series of short relationships with the same person over and over and over again. Which is why the Judgment card is here. I feel like this was something you were trying to release very desperately, but you weren't being able to. What does the Fool do? The Fool takes a leap of faith without carrying any baggage, leaving everything in the past. The Fool is, well, it's a mixture of Aries and Aquarius energy for me. So this is Uranus and Mars at its best. Just taking that leap of faith, letting bygones be bygones, and starting a brand new life for yourself. Some of you may be literally jumping into the dating pool, right? You may be putting yourself out there when it comes to online dating. It is possible. But again, with the Fool card, I just feel like there's no heaviness. You remember what I said with birth right here, with Venus in Cancer, right? You're not closing yourself off to love. You are, well, birthing a new you. Some of you may be going through literally a physical makeover. You may be working out, taking care of your skin, taking care of your health, and you're ready to, well, shine. That's literally what I'm getting. I'm also getting that some of you, again, with that Queen of Wands and fulfillment, you're birthing a new creative project. Some of you may be artists, painters, musicians. And you are finally taking that leap and doing something brand new. You've risen from the ashes. You look at that, right? That phoenix, well, destroys its own self with its own fire and rebirths its own self with its own ashes. That is symbolic with birth, right here. You are rebirthing yourself. There's a brand new Cancer showing up in 2023, and I am here for it. Choice. Mars in Libra. And I feel like you're going to have a whole lot of choices, my friend, when it comes to dating especially. You see that rose right here? That is beautiful. And white roses, even though this is pink, white roses are Cancerian flowers. It is your flower. So I feel like people are truly seeing you for who you are. I almost feel like whatever pain you may have experienced dulled your shine, dulled your spirit, right? You weren't being able to show up the way you were meant to show up in the world. But after you've rebirthed yourself and after you've been investing in yourself, people are seeing you for who you are, and you have choices. Plenty of fish in the sea for Cancer. Time to go fishing. Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to take it. I haven't even explained what this house is about. Now, the 6th house is ruled by Virgo, and this is the house of your health, of your daily routine, day-to-day activities, your to-do lists, anything that snowballs into the rest of your life. You know what I mean? It's something that you do over and over again. Now, the stars or the star showing up right here is interesting because the star is a card of healing more than anything else. As we know, Aquarius is the water bearer, right? And Aquarius is a very humanitarian sign, and it is a communal sign. So the water bearer usually in the light aspect pours all that wisdom, knowledge, communication, nourishment into that communal pool of water. Okay, it helps its community. But right here in the shadow aspect, you see how she's clutching those jars very close to her chest. She's not letting them go. She's not letting her energy flow out freely. So for some of you, I'm getting a couple of different storylines. If you've been overextending yourself, let's say your to-do list is miles long and you have taken everything upon yourself to achieve, right? All the chores are yours, nobody else's. That's changing, okay? You are not like the go-to person anymore, because I feel like people are realizing that you're building boundaries around yourself and you need to protect your spirit. For some of you, I am also getting that you may be cutting down on the liquor. It's possible because, again, water energy, right? Even though this is an Aquarius card, all I see is water. So you may be cutting down on alcohol. And alcohol, it could be anything. It could be anything that is bad for you, right? And if you've seen any of the other sign videos, I have been talking about Diet Coke. I don't know why. Every single sign is hearing me talk about Diet Coke. Let's say you've been drinking Diet Coke. You're telling yourself, all right, it is sugar-free, no calories. It's good for me. It is not good for you. It's full of chemicals. This is a realization. It doesn't have to be Diet Coke. It's just a metaphor, right? Something that you thought was good for you, but it's not. And you're holding back on it. You're cutting back on it. And because every day you are, let's say, drinking one less Diet Coke, it is amounting to better health for you, right? So, let's see. I'm also feeling like you're because see, Chiron has been retrograding and I feel like it's finally going direct, and you're realizing that you can't heal everybody, and it's almost like you've been taking on other people's burdens and you need to start healing yourself. The Cosmic Mirror, you know, I'm going to be very honest. This is a new deck for me, and I really don't know what this card is about. I don't. So I'm just going to guess right here. The Cosmic Mirror, I feel, is the law of assumption. It is the energy of you, whatever energy it is that you put out into the universe is what is reflected back to you. Okay? And the Cosmic Mirror is telling me exactly the same thing. I feel like you have been putting out beautiful energy into the world, but somehow you weren't getting it back, right? That water was not being poured back into you. I need to get the door. Excuse me a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so we were talking about the Cosmic Mirror. Whatever you have been putting out into the world, I feel like some of it may not have been reflected back to you. Okay, why? because you weren't investing enough in yourself. Only once you invest in yourself and heal yourself is when people invest in you. Plain and simple. I'm not going to drone on about this. All right. Control. Saturn in Capricorn. I suddenly got another thing. With the mirror, I feel like sometimes we can be really hard on ourselves, right? We look at ourselves in the mirror and we start pinpointing and nitpicking at what we feel is wrong with us physically, right? And there was this wonderful reel that I saw, a short that I saw a couple of days ago. It was about, well, stripping your clothes off, right? Standing in front of the mirror for 5 minutes each and every day and admiring the body that you were blessed with, right? Admiring every flaw and admiring not just, your face, but thanking your legs for carrying you, thanking your hands for helping you complete tasks, okay? Thanking your eyes for helping you see. You know what I mean? Just thanking every part of your body for doing everything that it's been doing for you all these years. That's what I'm getting here as well. And that gives you a whole lot of confidence, let me tell you, because I've done it. Now with control, right here, I feel like with Saturn and Capricorn, this is the energy of being very disciplined, okay? Of knowing exactly where, what you need to eat, okay? How much you need to exercise, how much screen time you allow yourself, how much water you are drinking. And I feel like now you are being very conscientious about that and you are controlling. It's almost like you see that Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself, right? So it's almost like that undisciplined Cancer is well, it's a thing of 2022. There's a brand new you that is emerging, a brand new routine that is emerging for you. I like that. All right, getting to the juicy stuff. 7th house, ruled by Libra. This is the house of marriage and business partnerships, romantic partnerships, long-term commitments, and all of that. So let's see what you are leaving behind. Wow, you're leaving behind the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you're leaving behind empty promises. I'm sorry, that hammer is really loud. Nothing I can do. You're leaving behind empty promises of stability. All right, it's possible that somebody may have offered you the world, right? But you didn't even get like a little island. You know what I'm saying? Like you got nothing out of that. So leaving those empty promises behind and embracing the Ace of Wands. You're not shy anymore. You're not shy of exploring anymore. For some of you, it is also possible that this is a renewal. It could be a renewal of a past relationship. You remember we spoke about that. This won't be for everybody because I'm pretty sure everyone doesn't want an extra return. If you do want an extra return, this is a really good sign. If you don't, I still feel like this is a beautiful new opportunity in love. And this is somebody who is not just passionate, it is someone who makes that initiative, right? Someone who doesn't just sit on their hands and expects you to do all the work, because that's very common for Cancerians to attract partners who expect them to do all the heavy lifting. I feel like whoever this is willing to keep up those promises, you know, and help you in everyday tasks, or help you just boost your confidence and support you when it comes to your dreams. Could even be attracting a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for some of you. Some of you may be leaving behind an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. And we have flattery. That's beautiful. I'm not getting a bad energy from this. Now, this is Mars in Gemini. This is Venus in Gemini. My Venus is in Gemini. That's interesting. But I do feel, and we have romance at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take it. Again, Venus in Taurus. I feel that whoever it is that is coming in towards you, or is already a part of your reality, honestly, Cancer, they are very generous of spirit. They know exactly what to say to you to boost you up. Okay, as a Cancerian, I'm not going to generalize here, but some of us can be plagued with insecurities, right? But I almost feel like with this flattery and romance card, this person just knows exactly what to say to make you feel good about yourself, right? And again, with Cosmic Mirror, we don't really need anyone to flatter us, to make us feel good about ourselves. I almost feel like because you've been working on yourself, because you've been flattering your own self, right? You're inviting these energies that admire you and appreciate you and love you the way you deserve to be loved. I'm getting emotional. Okay, we are not going to dwell on this. All right, let's get to the 8th house. Now, the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and this is the house that represents things that we don't speak about in polite society. All right, this could be the occult, astrology, death, debt, taxes, intimacy, and all of that wonderful stuff. You're leaving behind the Empress. Oh, that is very interesting. You know what I'm getting? Now, the Empress in the light is somebody who's, again, very nurturing, nourishing, and self-dependent. The Empress in the shadow can be someone who's very codependent. And I feel that if some of you may have been depending on... Now, the 8th house can also talk about other people's money, right? If you have been depending on somebody else for monetary support, I feel like that is changing. You are planting your own seeds and you are freeing yourself from any kind of debt, any kind of loans, and you're just, well, going your own way. And this could be codependency of any kind. This could even be in like relationships, emotional codependency or intimate codependency. Yeah, that's a thing of the past for you. That is a thing of the past. You see how that's a Venus flytrap. That's not a flower, right? And that Venus flytrap could talk about temptation. It could talk about something that keeps drawing you in and doesn't let you kind of like detach yourself. Because again, Scorpionic energy can be slightly obsessive. I love Scorpios to death. But yeah, Scorpionic energy can be a little mysterious and obsessive. I almost feel like that there's a removal from any kind of that obsessive darkness that could have been plaguing you and preventing you from growing. Beautiful. We have strength. Strength in the light is a wonderful energy of not just self-mastery, but it is an energy of discipline, of taming the beast within. I have been talking about temptation. So I almost feel like you are standing up for yourself, you're standing on your own 2 feet, you are defeating the devil, and you are taking matters into your own hands. Anything that has been holding you back, anything that has prevented your shine, that has prevented your growth, you are overcoming it. Cancer. You see that bow and arrow. I have been talking about bows and arrows with Sagittarius somewhere, right? That bow and arrow right there. You know exactly what you are focusing your energy on now. There's an independence here that I'm loving. Come on. Come on. Strength and Sun in Leo. That is literally, they're literally the same card. Fortune. I feel like you're really embracing your 5th house energy. You're embracing this whole aspect of I am my own superstar. I am the protagonist in my own movie, right? I am the lead. I'm not going to play a side role in somebody else's. That's what I'm getting here. And I'm truly getting, if there was any codependency of any kind in your life, Cancer, you're removing yourself from that. And you are, well, the spotlight is on you. And you're making the most of this. The sun, right? What does the sun do? It helps things grow. It brings light. It brings enlightenment. It brings joy. It's a very dark house, the 8th house. Okay? I'm going to be very honest. It's ruled by Pluto, right? It is Hades energy. It is the underworld. It is things that we don't talk about. For some of you, I'm also getting, you may be coming out of the closet. For some of you. And just being very unapologetic about your sexuality, right? Some of you may even be being very unapologetic about things that other people may deem inappropriate. Okay, let's say you want to dress a certain way, right? You want to go full on goth. And other people are like, okay, hang on a minute, you look ridiculous. And you're like, screw you. That's who I am. You know, there's a sense of very happy rebellion here because you're being very authentic. You're not shying away from this darkness. Whatever this darkness may be for other people, it may just be a light. You know, that's what I'm getting for some of you. Anyway, let's see now. Okay, that's way too many, but we do have the 10 of cups. Ninth house is ruled by Sagittarius, and this is that bow and arrow energy. This is your philosophy of life. This is religion, spirituality, travel, and all of that. Frequencies, 10 of swords. I hope this is all coming within the frame. Give me a minute. No, it isn't. I'm just going to adjust the camera. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's the best I can do. Anyway, now, 10 of Swords is, as we know, one of the most painful cards in the deck, right? This is the energy of feeling restricted and being a prisoner of your own mind. Now, like I was mentioning right here with the Judgment card, something repeating itself over and over again. The 10 of Swords is a lesson that has been learned or not learned 10 times. Okay, this is a grade being repeated 10 times. But I'm almost feeling like you've understood the philosophy behind this lesson. You've understood the theme behind this lesson, and it is transforming you. It's propelling you forward because you have graduated. This is a whole lot of information, a whole lot of pain that may have been inflicted on you, and you're saying bye-bye to it. And you're embracing the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of exploration and adventure that is happening here. I'm going to shift these up. It's going to keep bothering me. Some of you are most definitely doing a whole lot of traveling this year, Cancer. And I think that's absolutely wonderful. Because what that does is it opens up your, horizons. It broadens your horizons. It brings you out of that. You know what? I always say this. When you are facing a particular situation, a problem, right? That's a rock. Okay, that is your obstacle. And when you're like up against that rock, you can't see the two ways around that rock to escape that situation or to overcome it, right? But once you take a step back, you realize that rock is really tiny and you have a whole world to kind of like, two beautiful paths that you can take. This is that energy for me, where you're up against that 10 of Swords, up against that obstacle. And then with the Knight of Wands, you're just like, no, you're taking a step back, traveling, or just escaping your mind and following your dreams. Travel is going to play a huge part for you in 2023. I truly feel that. For some of you, it is also possible that the Knight of Wands could be another person coming in who helps you get out of this 10 of Swords energy. All right, someone who is very happy-go-lucky, someone who has boundless energy, right? Someone who helps you, again, not just see the bigger picture, but show gratitude for things that you may have been ignoring. You know? I like that. There's a lot of fire coming in for you with Leo here, with the Knight of Wands here, Page of Wands here. You did have the Ace of Wands also somewhere. Devotion. Nice. Saturn in Libra. The 7th house is showing up. Cancer, I'm truly feeling that the way you looked at life and love is shifting, and it's shifting thanks to somebody's arrival. There is somebody coming into your environment who is going to uplift your spirit. Someone who can help propel you out of any kind of darkness you've experienced in 2023. I hate bringing love into every house, but I can't help it. Libra is the sign of, it's ruled by Venus. Venus is the planet of love. You have romance right here. Like, it's everywhere. You have a lot of Venusian energy. You have Venus here. You have 2 Venuses here, you know. So there is a whole lot of love. And I feel like a lot of this love is going to change how you look at life. And certain almost like patterns that you may have developed in your lifetime through dating. And you may have, you remember I said about rebirthing. So you may be looking at love a certain way, but like, you know, all men are stupid. Just giving you an example. You don't have to be a woman or a man or whatever your preference is. It doesn't matter. But someone comes in and you're like, oh, well, maybe not. There are some good fish in the sea, you know? That's what I'm feeling. Anyway, 10th house, ruled by Capricorn. This is your career house. This is your income. This is your public image. and it is ruled by Saturn. We have the Death card. So much transformation. Cancer. Some of you are really like shifting jobs. You're shifting careers. You are changing your concept of what is going to bring you that monetary stability, that financial stability. For some of you, I'm also feeling that you've mastered something, because the Death in shadow can be not just like getting over something, not just putting an end to something. It can talk about mastering something and then moving forward, right? So this could even be a promotion for someone. It could be like a bonus coming in, or Knight of Swords wanted to show itself. I love it. This is insane. This is absolutely beautiful. You had the Ace of Swords right here. No, where did you have it? You had the Ace of Swords somewhere. Right here, in your third house, in the shadow. And you have it in the light now. Some of you may be in communications. It is possible. Some of you may speak for a living. Literally. You may be motivational speakers. Or you may be a radio show host. Or you may be... I don't know, you may be in sales, you know what I mean? But I almost feel like there's a sudden truth, a sudden epiphany that is coming about. Now you see right here, that Ace of Swords, I'm not going to pull it up, it'll mess up my spread. That Ace of Swords is Excalibur, right? If you are familiar with the Arthurian legend. And the Ace of Swords there is stuck in the rock. It hasn't been removed by Arthur just yet, right? Here, that Ace of Swords has been used very wisely. This is the end of the Arthurian legend, right? And it has been thrown into the lake, where the Lady of the Lake is lifting it up to show us that it has done its duty, it has done its job. So, this is a job well done. I almost feel like with the Death card and the Ace of Swords, you remember you have the Ten of Swords right here. And this is bleeding into this really beautifully. There is something that was difficult to master, something that was difficult to accomplish, but I almost feel like even if you haven't done it yet, this is an overview of a full year for you. Towards the end of the year, or even towards Scorpio season, October, November, you are going to master something. You are, let's say you started a new project, right? It is painstakingly slow. It is a whole lot of hard work, and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is victory. This is a job well done. Whatever you are starting now, Cancer, stick to it. No matter how difficult it is for you. Alright, don't give up. This is a whole lot of victory coming in when it comes to your money. Acquisition. Best reading ever. Cancer, best reading ever. Sun in Taurus. What is Taurus? Taurus rules the second house. Taurus rules your income. I'm getting so hyper. Why am I getting so hyper? But listen, whatever it is that you are accomplishing right here, you remember we've been talking about removing yourself from codependency. This is just yours. This is inherently yours, and you can be possessive about it. I am giving you full permission. Whatever you are accomplishing here, it is all yours, because you are going to work so hard for it. And this acquisition is not just going to bring you, I did say this is about your public image. I feel like, again, that spotlight is going to be on you. This is a card of status, right? I don't like to go into that, but I feel like the way you are going to be perceived is you're going to be perceived as not an underdog, but as an absolute maverick, right? This is people looking at you as the victor. This is beautiful recognition. Absolutely love it. We have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Anyway, let's get to your 11th house. Your 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, and this is the house of your siblings, neighbors, friends, your community, your social groups. What are you leaving behind? The Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Some of you may literally be leaving a Pisces friend behind. It is possible, not for all of you. But Pisces energy is very giving, okay? And Pisces as an energy is a sponge. It is somebody who absorbs other people's crap all the time. I'm a Pisces moon, so I get this. In the shadow aspect, I almost feel like Pisces energy can be someone who does only to receive. Okay? So if there have been people around you who've been doing you favors, that's not the meaning of the Hanged Man. I'm just getting this intuitively. If people have been doing you favors and they're expecting favors in return, I feel like that energy is dissipating. All right, there's more authenticity that may be coming in for you. And the Hanged Man energy also talks about non-action. So if you have been, let's say, suspending yourself, you've been isolating yourself, and Cancerians love to do that, unless you have like a very, very fiery ascendant or moon, you can be a bit of an introvert. We all can. I'm almost feeling like that energy of you just sitting at home and just being by yourself is dissipating just a tiny bit, and you are socializing a little more. Okay, I like that. That's nice energy. And you're embracing the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're embracing exactly, you're embracing investments, correct investments in the correct kind of people, you know. I'm going to get one more here because I feel like that's not just, it's not telling me much. We have the Four of Cups. That is so interesting. Literally, the Seven of Pentacles is knowing where to invest your energy. And the Four of Cups is literally saying no to things that are not good enough. You're being very careful about your social groups now, Cancer. I feel like some of you may have cut out energies that weren't really doing anything for you, you know, because if we start, what was that quote? I'm going to butcher it, but it was something like you are an average of the 5 people that you interact most with on a daily basis. When I heard that, I swear to God, I started like removing people from my life left, right and center very unapologetically. Because if people are not fulfilling you in any way, there is no purpose for them in your life. We need to start being a little selfish, right? It's very important. I see you being selfish in the best way possible. I see you protecting your energy. Not everyone can have access to you, Cancer, no matter how generous of a spirit you are. Escape. Pisces energy again. Mercury in Pisces. Just very unapologetically remove yourself. That is the Chariot. You see that? That is your energy. And I feel like, you remember, even with here, we had this energy of you removing yourself from quarrel and difficult conversations. And as a Cancerian, I feel like you will always try to fix situations. Always. Right? You don't like conflict. But I'm almost feeling like now you're saying that is not my circus. Those are not my monkeys. I'm out of here. I really like that. Truly. All right, let's see your 12th house. Ruled by Pisces. This is your spirituality, your subconscious mind, the dream world. Leaving behind justice. This is going to be a difficult one to interpret. I can tell you right now. Embracing the Eight of Swords. I knew it was going to be a tough one. I need one more. Okay, well, maybe not. Seven of Cups. Maybe not. This is actually quite interesting. Now, the Justice card in the light is karma. It is universal justice. It is the universe taking everything into its hands and making sure the scales are balanced, right? In the shadow, this is us trying to balance everything ourselves, us trying to inflict karma on other people. You know what I mean? Like, let's say someone's hurt us, right? Our first instinct as an animal, right? We are animals, is to hurt that other person back. That is the first reflex that we get, right? That is justice energy in the shadow. And I almost feel like that is something that you are escaping. You are embracing a more mutable energy, which Pisces is. An energy of trust, an energy of, well, I have been hurt. It's not my job to deliver their karma. You know what I mean? Because then we have the Eight of Swords and we have the Seven of Cups. The Eight of Swords usually in the shadow is you being, like I said earlier, a prisoner of your own mind. But you see those swords are disintegrating. They're making way for you to move forward. They're not forming full bars, right? You are escaping your own pain, but in the best way possible. It's almost like a trust fall with the universe that, all right, I have been hurt. People have done me wrong. I have been betrayed. It is not my duty to deliver that justice. I trust the universe enough. I'm going to get out of my head. And with the Seven of Cups, I am surrendering. This is, for me, to an extent, a card of surrendering to chaos, surrendering to confusion. because the Seven of Cups is too many options, right? It is Neptunian energy. It is, okay, where do I put my energy? But in the light, it is, all right, I have these opportunities. This is exactly how I can move forward, but I don't know the way yet. Okay? In the 12th house energy, the Seven of Cups is really not that bad, because this is your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind can decide exactly which path to pick and then follow. But I feel like a whole lot of trust needs to be put in the universe. This has been a slightly vague house, but then again, it is a vague house, right? It's the vaguest of them all. We have extremism. Mercury in Scorpio. Yeah, that makes sense. And we have influence. Wow, Mercury in Libra. You know what? You're shutting off outside noise, and we have secrets at the bottom of the deck. Venus in Scorpio. I'm going to take it. You know what I'm getting, Cancer? I feel like certain energies have been overburdening your psyche with the Seven of Cups and influence and what was this? Extremism. This is not your energy. This is not your frequency. I feel like the people that you were relating to, you may have felt that consciously, your conscious mind was okay with it. It was okay with that chaos and that drama, that you could deal with it, right? You could diffuse that flame. But your subconscious mind was being overburdened. And I've been saying this a lot. Like, let's say you're in a social setting, right? And everything is happy, normal, great. But you come home and you're exhausted. Not physically, but mentally and spiritually. You feel drained and exhausted. Why? Because some people are energy vampires, right? They leech off of your energy without you even realizing it. And because you are so giving, you don't realize it. So I almost feel like with extremism, secrets, and influence, your conscious mind is picking up on this energy. It is not a secret anymore. And you're realizing that some people are influencing you for the worse. And this extremism card is showing up to tell you that these people are not tempering you. You remember the Temperance card, right? They are bringing out the worst in you. There's a polarity that is being formed here. And your conscious and subconscious mind are not, they're not being able to balance themselves. Some of you may be having nightmares, and those nightmares could be about these people who are causing this drama in your life. Distance yourself. Your 11th house is bleeding into the 12th. All right. I don't know how long this reading is. I can't see my timer. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's significantly long. All right. What do we have? To the sea. That has been the theme of your reading so far, Cancer. Like, escape. Removing yourself. Plain and simple. It is very hard for Cancerians to let go. Okay, speaking from experience. And if you watch Gemma from Gemstone Tarot, she says this. When it comes to shoes, Cancerians will never let go of an old pair of comfortable sneakers, no matter how tattered they are. Because we form attachments even to inanimate objects, right? But again, with To the Sea, prioritize your peace, Cancer. And this is number 7. So again, 7th house energy. I'm getting, it has a whole lot to do with relationships, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. If people have been draining you, Cancer, unapologetically walk away. Trust me, you will thank yourself later. All right. Well, that was it. I hope this helped you guys. Have a beautiful new year. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.